These are some reading habits that I strictly want to leave behind in 2025. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Trishita Reads. I am Trishita, and in this video I am going to talk about all of the resolutions that I have taken in terms of reading as we are officially in 2026, and I have done a lot of thinking about how I want my reading to feel like in this year 2026. Not faster, not more impressive, just better. So in today's video, I will be talking about things that I am leaving behind in 2025 Reader Edition. These are habits, pressure, and mindset that do not serve me anymore. And maybe you will relate to some or one of these that I will be talking about in this video. So let's get into it. The first thing I am leaving behind is reading books just because they are hyped. In 2026, I am actively leaving behind the trend of running after books that are in trend. That creates a lot of pressures because something new is coming up every single month, or even nowadays every single day. And in that pressure of running after reading all of the books that are trending, I somehow always leave behind the books that I have always wanted to read. So in this year, I want to change that. I will be only reading the books that I am excited about. Yes, that does mean that if I find a book that has released recently and the topic or the premise of this book is something that will really intrigue me, I will add it to my cart. I will take my sweet time to grab the book and read it and not get pressurized by the fact that almost everyone on the internet is talking about it. That is something that I think will help me because I will be reading books that I actually want to read and not just follow trends anymore. The one thing that I have learned in 2025 is popularity does not mean compatibility. Some of these books are really great, really popular, but when I pick them up, for me personally, they are completely trash. And that is completely okay. But my reading taste is my priority, hence, I am going to prioritize myself in 2026. The second thing is feeling guilty about DNFing books. After the roller coaster of a ride of 2025, I really do not mind not finishing books that I don't like. I'll rather give that away to someone who will love it, or I will sell that book to someone and grab some money out of it and go and buy another book from a second-hand store that I will actually like to read, because time is very precious to me. And since I get very less time to read nowadays, I have realized that it's okay to not like every single book and it's okay to not finish every single book. It's rather better to read a book that I actually will like than pressurizing myself to just push myself to finish a book that I am actually hating. I mean, that's okay, I guess, because not every book is made for everyone. For me, I usually want to read books that make me feel happy. And if I see that my happy energy is going down when I'm reading a book, then I'll just stop reading that book and I'll keep it aside and I will give it away to someone rather than waste my time in pushing myself to read that book. In 2026, I'm choosing peace over persistence, and my time and attention are very valuable, and I'd rather spend that time and energy on books that will make me happy and want to keep turning the pages. The third thing I'm leaving behind is treating my TBR as a fixed rule book. This year, I have thought that my TBR is not going to be a strict order that I have to follow, but I will consider it like a suggestions list. The same thing goes with keeping reading goals. I do not want to have a reading goal. I just want to feel the flow. I want to go into reading without thinking about anything about how many books are left in my TBR, how many books I need to read before the year finishes, so that my reading goal is complete. I do not want to get into all of that. I'm too old for that. I do not have that mental capacity to think about that anymore. So for me, reading now is going to be a secure, safe space where I do not feel any kind of pressure, where I feel happy and where I feel safe. Because I do feel that I criticize myself the most when it comes to me not doing my best job, and I don't want reading also to come into that sector because I'm already doing that in my work. I do not want reading to be a competition for me where I criticize myself because I'm not able to finish a certain number of books or a certain pile of books just because I have given myself a goal. I am not doing that this year. Another thing that I have talked about in my first video of 2026 that I will be following in this year is my fourth resolution, and that is I will not be comparing my reading pace with anyone else on the internet. Because guess what? Life is difficult, life is tough. Not everyone's life is the same as you, and I have realized it the hard way. Trust me, guys, in 2025, when I came here in Gurgaon, I realized that okay, Trishita, if you have to do something, then you have to do it yourself. Your parents are not there anymore with you. From the basic things like filling up bottles to going to groceries to managing your corporate life with your personal life, reading somehow went down the drain. To be very honest, it has made me realize how important reading was, and always will be in my life, because reading keeps me sane. You know, when I stopped reading in 2025 for a few months, I realized that I need to get back on track. At least one single page a day will keep me sane, and that's how I started reading every day again. And that has helped me to finish books from my TBR, definitely. But when I started reading every single day, I somehow started comparing myself with others who were finishing 4, 5 books every week, because I used to do that before when I was at home. It was nothing new, but my life has a new chapter, and I was enjoying that new chapter. I was enjoying being with new friends, my colleagues, going out, exploring the city. And on the other side, I was also criticizing myself for not getting time to read, because most of the times I was exhausted. And that made me realize that okay, even if I read one single book a month, but I'm reading every day, that counts, right? That is helping me to be happy. That is helping me feel that okay, I have done something productive today, and I think that's the best feeling ever. I do not want to compare myself with other people who are reading what, 50 books, 100 books, 200 books, 250 books. That's good. I mean, if you are doing that, I really applaud you. You are doing a great job. But I am not going to compare my reading, what you can say, the number of books that I am reading with you, because you have different life, you have a different system you work with, and I have a different system I work with. I will not be comparing myself with anyone. I will not be depressed seeing other people having read a huge number of books that I will never be able to do, and I have accepted that fact. And that is the most important goal that I have set this year, that whatever happens, how many ever number of books I am reading, I will make sure that I am reading books that I actually like, and I will not be looking at the numbers. At the end of the year, I will be happy if I read 12 books. You know, one book, 1 month. I will be happy with that. And I guess that has taken a lot of 2025 for me to realize. But finally, I am here with a better mentality. Number 5 is going to be difficult, but I'll have to do it because I have a very limited storage space, as I live in a 1 RK. But this 1 RK is pretty spacious, but still I have only one shelf. Okay, I have only one TBR cart, and because of that I have a very small space, and I've decided that I will not be buying books without any intention. So I just went to World Delhi Book Fair on the 11th, that was last Sunday, and I got books from there because that was my intention. I mean, why will I go to a book fair but not buy books at the end of the day? That was my intention. I wanted to have some memories of few books that I have bought from the World Delhi Book Fair, because this is my first time going there and it was an amazing experience. The second time I will be buying books is during my birthday, as I have planned something great for myself. I'm doing it for myself and I'm so happy about it. I will be sharing it with you guys on my birthday, and I'm very excited to share what I have thought about. It's my birthday. I'm going to get books on my birthday, and I know that. So second intent is there. And throughout the year, if I see that there is some genuine intent from my side to get books, then only I'll go and get books. But I will not mindlessly buy books anymore, because I do have a lot of books that I have to go through, and I will be prioritizing that. I will be prioritizing on the books that are already here. And if I end up reading a lot, and if I end up reading most of the books that I have with me right now, then I can get books. You know, that's a very good intent, I believe, but that will take me at least 2 years. The main gist of this whole resolution is I am going on a book buying ban, but I will be buying books if the intent is good, if the occasion is good, and if I feel like, yes, I need to get books. So wish me luck, because this is the hardest thing a reader can do to themselves, and that is being in a book buying ban. Another resolution that I have taken is I will not be ignoring my reading taste, and I will not be reading books that I don't like. For example, I do not like young adult fantasy novels where there is nothing but smut in it, and I do not like books that have only smut in it. I do love romance books, but they need to have some substance. So anything that has hardcore smart, that is out of my comfort zone, and I will not be reading those books. And anything that does not have any character development, I'm not going to read that. I will be avoiding a lot of books because nowadays a fantasy genre is very booming and a lot of books are coming out. But at the end of the day, I know that either I will feel that the world building is very foolish, or else the characters will fill up the space, making me feel that okay, this is the dumbest thing I have read about any character, and the development is going to be, the same: enemies to lovers, or villain falls in love with the main character, there is some love triangle going on, and I want to read something different. I mean, I have read those things before and I do not like them anymore, so I am now gravitating towards a lot of translated works, and I am definitely going to focus 2026 on that. I am going to read a lot of Japanese, Korean, Chinese, and Indian, especially South Indian translated novels. They are really amazing, and every single time I pick up any random translated book, I feel good. I feel happy that yes, this is something that I have invested my time on and it has given me something good. I really end up liking those books, and I'm going to focus on that majority of the times. I love thrillers, I love translated fictions, romances sometimes. Fantasy is a very dicey situation right now, so I'm not including that. I will try to read horror more as well. But yeah, I will not be forcing myself to start a book just because they are trending and just because the plot is good according to other people. If I do not like the plot, I'm not going to pick that book up. The next one is always going to be stressful, but some resolutions I think are made to be broken. So here is my resolution, I guess, that I will definitely break if this thing happens to me. And that resolution is I will not stress myself out if I am in a reading slump. This word, reading slump, is something that stresses me out every single time, and I guess us readers can vibe with that. I just am very afraid that for a few months or for a few weeks I just do not end up reading anything, and whenever I see a book I repel myself out of it. I do not want to have that feeling and not to stress about it. I don't know whether I can control my stress levels when it comes to reading slumps, but I'll try to keep calm. And keeping in mind the other resolutions that I have told you guys about before, I do feel that reading slumps is not going to hit me this year because I will be reading books that I like. I will be DNFing books that I don't like. I will not be following trends just because they are popular books. I will be only choosing books because I have read reviews or I have read the blurb of that book and I have really liked that. So I think reading slump is not going to hit me, but you never know what happens in the future is something that you can't predict. But yeah, I'll try to not stress about reading slumps, but I know that I will end up stressing out. Goals. We should always set goals, and some goals need to be broken. So yes, let's be hopeful. Let's be hopeful. And the last and the most important thing is I do not want to compare reading with productivity. Even though for me personally, productivity is very proportional to reading. So let me give you the explanation. Earlier, what I used to do is I used to set up a goal for every single day. I have to read 100 pages, then I'll call it a productive reading day. Or I have to finish this book today, then I'll call it a productive reading day. But nowadays, what I'm doing is, if I'm reading, for example, one page, I am calling it a productive day because I have got time to sit down and read books. And trust me, guys, I am living alone and it is hard. It is hard to finish all of the things or prioritize reading. Either you wake up early in the morning, sit with your cup of coffee and read for half an hour or 1 hour. And if you can't do that, if you feel like you are in a mess in the morning, you have a lot of things to do, then what you can do is, after finishing every single thing at your house, when you come back to bed, half an hour reading, no scrolling, and that really helps. I squeeze in time like that when I'm reading. I do not read in my office because that's very distracting. And I really get irritated when I see people coming and saying that, oh, who reads nowadays? So, what I have decided to do is I will call it a productive day if I am reading. Reading a certain number of pages will not be considered a productive task. And yeah, that counts all of the things that I have thought about as resolutions as a reader that I really want to do and implement in 2026. And the other things that I do not want to do, I am leaving or trying to leave behind in 2025. In 2026, reading is rest, it's curiosity, and it's joy. And I think for me, it's more than enough. If you liked watching this video, then consider subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and comment down below what resolutions you have taken as a reader. And I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, turn those pages, start a new book, or start a new chapter. Bye.